What is up, everybody? It's the Don with the Don Tech, and today I wanted to go into my YouTube vault on a video that I filmed about a year ago in my old studio with my old equipment. This video I focus on repairing the hard drive in an Acer Aspire E551-24PQ. The laptop was given to me in two pieces, so this isn't as much of a disassembly guide as it is a where's the hard drive, how do you replace it, and are there any wires that you need to look out for. I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you'd like to see more content like this. But it's a very simple concept. Take out all the screws on the back. They should all be the same, I'm guessing. And then you're going to go ahead and turn the machine over. When you have all the screws out, take the battery out, take this out, the DVD drive. Then carefully turn the machine over. And then you're going to be able to split it apart. This top palm rest, this entire piece is going to come up. Keyboard, trackpad, all of it. Even these are going to come off. And what you're going to want to do is usually start at this side here where the DVD drive is at. There's no hidden screws here, so you can usually pry it open here a little bit easier and then kind of peel it the rest of the way. You'll hear a lot of strange, weird noises and cracks that you don't like to hear, but it'll be fine, probably. If not, well, that's why repair people like me are in business. And then the hard drive is sitting right here. You've got a ribbon cable for the I/O on here, going over here, make sure that's detached. You have a ribbon cable for the trackpad, make sure that's detached. You have a ribbon cable for the keyboard, make sure that's detached, and then a ribbon cable for the power button, make sure that's detached. And then you're gonna have a good time. Put the drive in there, save all your screws, put it all back together, then you can follow this video from the front to where we are right now, and you should have yourself a nice working Acer laptop. So this laptop itself was built in 2015, so it's pretty new and actually should be worth quite a bit. So I plan on getting this guy fixed up and then sold. Pretty much all that it's missing inside is the hard drive. Hard drive just goes right in there. And obviously it's missing several screws and the top portion here itself as well, the top palm rest. This top palm rest has everything pretty much all contained. Keyboard is one, trackpad is one. It's got all the ribbon cables for all of those respective components as well. That looks like I'll have to just plug them in where they need to go, hoping that none of the connection points are damaged. And then just reinstall Windows 10 on the guy, and we should have a good, fully functional machine. Now I guess if I wanted to check the memory that this thing had, I'd have to take the motherboard out even a little bit more. I don't really feel like doing that. I'll just say that this machine has between 4 and 8 gigs, and that will be just fine. And we're just gonna dig into the bag of accessories here to see kind of what we've got to deal with. I'd prefer not to lose any of the screws. Hard drive caddy right there. So it looks like all these longer ones here are just going to be the standard, probably the ones that are going to secure the palm rest and everything back together. But it looks like you really have one screw right there that's going to mount the hard drive in. Okay, another screw right there that's going to mount the hard drive. So you just have the two screws there, pressure points on the two other sides. And they have two screws here. Now both of those say the M2.5 by 4. That's going to be the screw size. So that's going to be these longer black ones there. So maybe I have an extra screw. I don't know. We'll find out. An extra screw just means you did a job better than they did originally. I'm also going to need a hard drive. Two 1 terabyte drives. This one is a 500 gig slim drive. Let's put a 1 terabyte in there. Okay. What do you know? I was wrong, those are not the hard drive screws. I don't have hard drive screws, at least not in this bag. Yeah, that'll work. Drive is now secure. Maybe I'll need this bag of screws, maybe I won't. So it looks like in order to make the drive actually get in, you've got this ribbon cable right down here. We're not gonna be able to slide it down there correctly, so we just lift that little pull tab, take that cable back. All right, just went in one angle a little bit differently. Okay, so that's in. I always recommend, if you can, plugging in the ribbon cable as soon as you are able to. Because the last thing you want to do is do a repair and forget to plug in a ribbon cable. And then what happens? Well, you have to take the whole thing apart again and do it all over again because you forgot to plug in the ribbon cable. Also be very careful with the ribbon cables because they can break either on the brackets or just the cable itself can get torn. Like right here, it's just kind of soldered in. And then here it's actually the cable side. So, okay, now we got to find 2 additional screws. These feel like they're going to be way too long of screws, but they were not. They fit, okay. I'm feeling down at the bottom too because I want to make sure that I'm not going to just bust through the plastic. Bada bing, bada boom, you got the hard drive replaced. It's a lot easier to do these when you can actually do the disassembly yourself. I'm hoping to do some more in-depth disassembly guides, but I guess that's pretty much all there is to it right there. We got that going and we just kind of get everything else all plugged in. So we go back to this and we check and see how many ribbon cables we have to get plugged in. We've got one right here. Looks like that's going to be for the power button. So one power button, one for the keyboard, one for the trackpad. Pretty easy. The only thing that'll make it complex is how this lines up and how much clearance you have. Looks like keyboard's going to be the only one that's going to be a pain. Okay. Got the keyboard. Boy, that's a very dumb design. Okay, got the power button down. Then the last one is going to be this little one for the trackpad, which you guys still might be able to see me trying to fish for that and get it in there. Just goes in there. Nice and easy. Okay, everything is in. We do the fun part. Wow, this didn't have like any snaps. That was not satisfying at all. Usually there's like snap and crackle everywhere. Maybe the guy broke the mounts when he was taking this apart. Thanks, Joe. No, I don't know if the guy's name is Joe. Pro tip though, don't forget the DVD drive. Get a power cord. Got plenty of those lying around. And we're just gonna do a boot test real quick. Because again, another thing you don't want to do is go through and replace something inside, box it all up if you can avoid it, only to have it not turn on because something wasn't plugged in correctly, and then you have to redo all that work again. All we're going for is a post. We got power, and we got post. See if we can get into the BIOS. Hey, there was a disk in here. Linksys. Don't need that. So we're in the BIOS. That's pretty much what you can call success at this point. It'll show anything possible. I mean, obviously it's going to show the drive, right? Oh boy. No hard drive. Are you kidding me? Okay, that drive might be bad. So I'm tending to think that the drive itself might not be as good as originally thought. I'm going to crack that open very easily without trying to break any of the connection points. Easy enough. And move that over, and we gotta try to get the screwdriver in here to undo these two screws. The screws that are a mile long. All right. I know this drive right here is completely good, so we're gonna go ahead and pop that drive in, connect that. Fight to try to connect the stupid keyboard again. All right, much easier doing it the second time with the keyboard. That's why I like taking these things apart too, so I know what to look for in the pitfalls. Okay. We're not gonna bother to seal it tight this time. I'm gonna plug her in. And press power. F2 to go into the BIOS. All right, there we go. Okay, now it's showing the 500 gig. So, okay, we're gonna stick with the 500 gig. I'm guessing this 1 terabyte drive then is crap. Remember that part 1 in the video when I was going through and I was putting in a new drive? Well, that was effectively like 20 minutes ago. However long. I can't see the camera timer from here. So guess where I'm at. Part 1 of that. Let's put this slim drive in there. This one will just be a 500 gig. That'll be fine. Nobody's going to cry about it, except me. Thank you so much for coming with me on this ridiculously long, pointless journey of installing this stuff. There's still a couple of more steps to go, which I will talk about as I'm finishing up right now. So we have everything installed. We got the new drive installed. Looks like the disassembly for this is actually really simple. Watch this video in reverse if you want to see how to take a hard drive out of this Acer laptop. I'm out of screws. Okay, I am missing a boatload of screws for this one. Oh my goodness. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you have any other suggestions. If you want to see me do more nonsense like this, give it a like if you liked it. Give it a dislike if you think that, I don't know, if you think that ice cream is awful, or if you think that this, I don't know. Don't give this video a dislike. I worked really hard on it, okay? Okay. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, the Don's got your back.